Welcome to the Forsyth Magazines Podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Culler, bringing you the stories of the people shaping our community. From business owners to local leaders, we'll explore their journeys, passions, and lessons learned. Let's dive in. Hey guys, we are back with another podcast episode, and today we have Truliant. We have Vince, the branch manager at the Haynes Mall location, and we have Heath, who is a public communications strategist. I knew I was going to mess that up. He's in PR, okay?
Yes.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing?
Doing great.
Very
Doing
well.
great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So before we kick things off, I just want to start out with the misconception that I'm sure you guys deal with all the time about what exactly is a credit union. Because Truliant goes by Truliant, but it is technically Truliant Federal Credit Union. So what is a credit union? What does that mean?
Credit union is member owned,
Okay.
which means it's not, we're not reporting to shareholders and stockholders. You know, we're truly for our members.
Mm-hmm.
And the decisions that are made within Truliant are for our members. So credit union is not for profit, and we're just strictly there to serve our members, and our members have a say,
Okay.
you know, in their finances and the things that we can offer them.
Yeah, I love that. So I know Truliant is really known for how involved y'all are in the community, which I love. So what are some of those community things that you have going on at the moment?
Yeah, so Truliant, we are in the community all the time.
Yeah.
I know one of the things we have going on right now is we sponsor the Summer on 4th here in Winston-Salem. So that just gives us a great opportunity to just be out there, meet the people within the community. We always want to take, you know, any opportunity we can to educate our members about financial wellness, and then ways that we can help them.
Yeah.
I also educate members about credit unions. Like,
Yeah.
what is a credit union? How can I benefit from having a credit union? How can I partner with a credit union? So we're always taking that opportunity within the community. We also have our Truliant Foundation. We gave away in grants to over 250 organizations.
Wow.
Within the Triad, over $500,000.
That's
So,
amazing.
you know, that's a huge proponent of our mission statement is, you know, giving back to the community,
Yeah.
helping financial.
And especially that you're giving back to our literal local community. I know a lot of like big companies are giving back to the community, and that's great, but it's not our like Triad.
I would just add too, once there's a lot of cool things that we're doing on Saturday, and it made me a little bit nervous, but we were at Bowman Gray Stadium. We sponsored the Night of Destruction over there.
Oh, it made me a little nervous.
That's something we've been doing for several years, and the fans over there are incredibly passionate, and the racing is so exciting to watch. And we'll be over there this weekend for our employee night, and we'll have a good crowd of Truliant employees there.
Yeah.
The beehives on top of the operations
I love
center.
that.
We are getting ready to harvest for our second year, and that's such a cool project. Last year, we had 10 gallons of honey that we pulled off the roof there. This year, the weather's been a little drier, so we're hoping to have a really great harvest. And we were able to give away a lot of that honey to people that were helping our foundation at our Founders Dinner.
Very cool.
We sponsored 900 miles of highway in North Carolina, litter pickup along those highways. You might see the signs if you're in
900
Charlotte.
miles?
900 plus miles.
Wow.
Yes.
Now that you mention it, I do see a lot of Truliant signs on the highway.
It's really good branding. I
Yeah.
feel like.
And it's like a great give back thing.
Good job.
Good karma. Good karma, all the things. Oh, that's funny.
Because I always pick up those signs when I'm driving. I'll be on the way to Lexington
You're
or
like,
somewhere,
hey.
and I'll be like, "There's
There we
that
are.
sign."
That's funny. So other than community involvement, which is amazing, what are some other things that make Truliant different from your other financial institutions?
Yeah, I think like our approach when we help people is really a member first approach. So I think we try to offer practical solutions for, you know, what do you have going on in your life right now?
Yeah.
Because, you know, finances, they impact every decision you make in life.
Yeah. And they're super individualized too. Like it's not a one size fits all.
every situation is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, I think at Truliant, I have people that I help every day. They're like, no one's ever talked to me about this before, right?
Yeah, because a lot of it is you don't know what you don't know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But we really try to stay focused on, what life events you have going on right now. What do you need help with today? Okay, what can we do to help you with that? And then also, how can we set you up for success in the future?
Yeah.
What are some of the products and benefits that can set you up for success for your financial goals for not just the short term, but the long term too. So
yeah, because it's important. Obviously, short term is important, but you do want to look at the long term too for your finances.
You had said you were telling me about some examples on the way over here, of ways that you've helped our members in the last couple
Let's hear them. I love examples.
Oh yeah, so I helped a nice young lady a couple months ago. She moved from New York, was retired, and she was helping out. She's racked up about $30,000 worth of unsecured credit card debt. Helping her extended family, like paying for college tuition, helping them get vehicles. She just racked up a lot of expenses, and she was overwhelmed. And she came in to just open up a checking account. So we did a member first review with her and just kind of find out, hey, what's going on with your finances? Like, what are you struggling with right now? And she shared that she'd gotten into debt and she didn't know how to get out of it. She was never making progress on it. So we actually refinanced her mortgage, paid off all of her debt, and she saved $2,300 a month in minimum payments.
Wow. Because that credit card interest, man.
Yeah.
I can get you.
And that was just in the minimum payments, and no telling how much she saved in the long run in interest.
I mean, because that's a lot of money per month.
Yeah.
But it's hard to kind of get caught up from that.
Yeah. So she cried. She was like crying in the office because it was like life changing.
Yeah.
So, she was retired and she wanted to be able to have some disposable income so she could enjoy her retirement.
Of course.
And she didn't know how to do it because she was just paying for all these bills. So
and
it's really
what
awesome.
I want to point out too, I think a lot of people kind of naively assume that people who rack up credit card debt, it's just for going out to coffee too much or going and, vacationing too much. But like, there are so many cases like where people are literally helping their extended family, helping people that are in a bind. Like it's not that you're just being like bad with money when you rack up credit card debt.
Yeah, and also as things get more expensive, you kind of lean on those credit cards. Hey, well, all my bills are going up. I'm not making more money, so I got these credit cards here. I can use them, to make it by, and then I'll just pay them off later.
Yeah,
and then it just kind of snowballs, right? So
I would imagine it can very quickly snowball.
But you'd be surprised, how many people don't know, like, they know how it's hurting them financially, but they don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah,
and they're hesitant to go sit down and talk with somebody about it
because they're embarrassed. It's easy to just not do anything. Is sometimes easier than making that hard decision to do something about it.
And that's where we kind of come in.
Yeah.
It's like we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to ask you questions about, hey, how are you doing? What can we help you with? To give them like, hey, this person is going to partner with me, to help me get out of this like tough spot I'm in.
What's a financial mistake that you just see people make over and over and over again?
Well, we just kind of talked about it.
Credit cards.
The credit cards. That's a tough one.
Yeah. It can be confusing because I think I grew up with my parents being like, well, my dad, not my mom, being very like, if you don't have the money for it, you can't buy it. So like, I don't even have a credit card, embarrassingly, but I know that a lot of times you need credit. You need to build your credit. Yeah. It's good to have a credit card and pay it off every month. So how do you kind of navigate the credit card situation?
Yeah, I think going back to your question of like some of the common mistakes that you kind of see, not having an emergency savings account or an emergency fund to where if your income was impacted or you had a life event that you can live off that until you get back into a better place. So you'd be surprised how many people just don't have money saved.
Yeah. And
that kind of is where you have your car breaks down and now you're living on your credit card, like you said.
Yeah.
I I think overextension and not budgeting properly is a common thing, or maybe purchasing a car that you probably
have no
can't
business
afford, right?
purchasing. Yeah.
Just because you get approved for it doesn't mean you should be doing it.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right. So I think just a lack of guidance around making like those big decisions, like should I buy this car? How much should I have saved? Do I need, how do I purchase my first home? Like, what is a good monthly payment for me to have on my mortgage?
Yeah.
Just talking through that, saving for not saving for retirement at an early age.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of things that people just need guidance.
Yeah.
And to sit down with somebody and talk through that. And a lot of times people are hesitant to do that.
Yeah, because they want to pretend like they do know it, even though they may not know the ins and outs of managing their finances. Yeah. So no emergency fund. That's definitely a tricky one. Saving for retirement. What do you guys have like specific educational opportunities for somebody who's maybe like in their 20s and just has no idea where to start with their finances, that they could like take a class or like do something with Truliant to help kind of get their feet wet with learning financial education?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we actually do.
Yeah.
So we have our Truliant at Work department. They actually go out to businesses and do financial wellness like seminars.
Oh, okay.
They've also gone out to. They also do like webinars with like Forsyth Tech, and then they have webinars that are on our website that all of our anybody can go on there and watch.
Okay.
But they talks a lot about relevant topics like managing your credit, saving for retirement, how to manage a budget. And they're great.
Yeah.
I actually get the opportunity sometimes to jump on there with them. So when people have questions, like after they do the class,
Yeah.
I can kind of help point them in the right direction and setting up an appointment to get you to meet with somebody to kind of start putting some of these things in place. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of great resources on our website.
That's awesome.
And offer those classes. That's awesome.
I would just add to what Vincent's saying is that this program, Truliant at Work, and through our community engagement, the financial education that they teach, they reach thousands and thousands of people across North Carolina, South Carolina, Southwest Virginia. And there are some partnerships that we do with Forsyth Tech and with the Niner Finance program at UNC Charlotte, where we help people learn how to budget. And the UNC Charlotte program actually focuses on coming up with that emergency fund, and it provides some incentives for students to build an emergency fund. So it's a really effective program. So we also work closely with some community colleges as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, because that's a perfect time to start. But I think there is a misconception where people are like, oh, well, it's too late for me. I'm in my 40s and I haven't saved anything for retirement. And I mean, while it would have been great if you started 20 years ago, it's the next best time to start, I would say, is now,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better late than never. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think I like to compare, I'm not the best at budgeting, but I try to compare budgeting to when you're managing your calories for what you eat. You need to have a plan for what you're going to eat and how many calories that's going to take up. And same for a budget. If you just have no idea where your money's going every month and the month is halfway over and your paycheck is all the way gone, I think you got to back up and decide exactly where every dollar is supposed to go. So I don't know. I think people could definitely use assistance with budgeting. So it's good that you guys help out with that.
Yeah.
And that stress can really work its way into everything else in your life.
Oh, gosh,
Like Vincent was saying, it all kind of stems from budgeting and managing your money well.
Yeah. What would be your number one budget tip that you would give people? I would love to hear from each of y'all.
I think utilizing technology is something a lot of people are hesitant to kind of jump into. On our app, our True to Go app, we actually have technology there where you can kind of plug in your expenses, and it helps you create a budget. It also shows you where your money's going.
Yeah.
It puts it in a graph so you can see, well, this is going towards shopping, and this is going towards utilities, and this is going to your bills. And it'll also tell you when you have bills coming up. It's a great kind of way to utilize technology
Yeah.
to kind of help you like structure a budget. So
That's
I think
a great
that's
answer.
a great tip.
I like that. Yeah. What about you, Heath?
At this point in my life, I just turned 46. I find when I'm walking around a store with a bunch of items, I look at the items and I just start asking myself, do I really need these things? Is this stack of books, am I going to read this whole stack of books? Or is this something that I can put off? Or maybe I can buy one of these books as compared to, 3. So just asking myself the question, do I need this? Is it going to add that much to my life?
Yeah. That's a great one. Although I can't relate with books. For me, it's not books. It's more like clothing or workout clothes that I don't need, but I think I do. Yeah. I think there's some rule that I see a lot where it's like, think on it for 24 hours before you like make a purchase. And a lot of times by the time that 24 hours is out, you don't even remember what you were going to buy. So it obviously wasn't that important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also just having like a plan
Yeah.
versus just like winging it. Like you have to start with a plan, like sit down, come up with a plan, because there's a lot of different resources you can use for that. But a lot of people just don't even have a plan. I think that's where it's important to go talk with somebody like, hey, I need some help with budgeting, or I need some help with this. Like, can you partner with me and like point me in the right direction for that?
So since you guys are a credit union, anybody is able to join and become a member at Truliant. Is that right? Or how do you go about that process? If you're like, I'm ready to switch banks, I want to go to Truliant. How does that work? Just walk on in?
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to join Truliant, we can get you in.
Yeah.
Right. So, that's one misconception is with credit unions is, it's restrictive. Like, I don't know if I qualify. But there's a lot of different avenues now that you can qualify for joining the credit union, especially like with Truliant. So,
Okay.
If you live in Forsyth County, like we can get you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go see
If
Vince
you live in the Triad, we can get you in.
at the Haynes Mall location.
There's there's a lot of different avenues we can explore to get you a member of the credit union. So
Yeah.
definitely find a way to get you in.
Awesome. So as we're kind of wrapping up, what are some things that Truliant has coming up that they're partnering with the community that you want to talk about? Other than the Bowman Gray racing, which that's on my bucket list to go to a Bowman Gray race. So
You got to go.
maybe this summer is my summer. I can literally hear it from my house. I need to just go out there.
Yeah.
I live further away than you, and I can hear it from my house.
Oh gosh.
I would just say a few things. Keep watching the tower. We partner with organizations nationally in Forsyth County. We're always changing the light on that tower.
I love watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's something that others are starting to. There's been some others that did it before here in Winston-Salem, and that there are others that are going to be doing it more. Later on this year, our foundation will host its second dinner gala event for people who have helped the foundation over the past few years. That's an important event for us. And I would just say watch for us out in the community, because our tent is set up at so many local events, and there are people there that can talk to you about your membership. And also we're in the midst of a merger with Piedmont Advantage Credit Union, and we're in the midst of member voting right now for that.
Oh, I did not know that.
So that'll be another exciting addition to everything.
Yeah. Well, now, if everybody who's listening, you're going to notice the Truliant signs on the highway. You're going to be like, Truliant gets the litter off of this part of the road. They're responsible for that. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming to chat with me.
Truliant, cleaning up the trash.
That's right. And they have honey on the roof. I love that. I love all the community stuff y'all are doing. Well, thanks for teaching us a little bit about finances.
Yeah.
And we can check you guys out online. The Haynes Mall branch. How many branches are in Forsyth County?
I want to say in Forsyth County we have 6, because we have the new one that we opened up on Robin Hood last year.
Okay.
We also got, I want to say 5 in Guilford County.
Okay.
We have 3, I want to say, in Alamance, 1 in Davidson County, 2 in Randolph County. So we're in the
Growing.
Triad.
They're growing.
And total, we've got 38.
And North and some in South Carolina, is that right?
North Carolina, South Carolina, and Southwest Virginia.
Oh, didn't know about Virginia. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. This has been
thank
great.
you.
We'll have y'all back on again soon.
We'd love
Awesome.
to.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Congratulations, too.
Yeah, as always, you can find Truliant. You'll see them on the back cover of Forsyth Family. I love their ad campaigns. They're awesome. And you can find Forsyth Mag's content on our websites and in our print magazines, forsythmags.com, at Forsyth Mags on social media. And be sure to pick up a copy at your local Harris Teeter, Chick-fil-A, all the places.
Such and such media studio.
Such and Such Media Studios. Yes. And that's it, guys. That's a wrap for today. Thanks.
Thank you.
The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Whew, that's a mouthful.